FC Ashley Torres with the latest news from around the Cav. First, show me the money. Hostile fire pay, hardship duty pay, and basic allowance and subsistence, or BAS, will have deployed soldiers seeing more green. The TSP, or Thrift Savings Plan, is a good build for those who plan to retire, but the interesting plan is the SDP, Savings Deposit Program, making up to $1,000 on interest alone. Jump in line at Finance to find the programs that benefit you. And speaking of money, what costs $12 million and weighs over 80,000 pounds? Thanksgiving dinner for troops in Iraq. And what's more staggering than those numbers is the prep work that went into it. With a 2-day start, cooks and staff members crafted towering cakes and smoking turkeys for the soldiers' delight. And while those smoking turkeys may be delightful, a smoking vehicle, that's a whole nother story. And the reason we have the bandits. Those are soldiers from the 299th Forward Support Battalion, 2nd BCT. They train how they fight by playing with fire. They extinguish burning vehicles with fire-retardant foam that's more effective than water. Keeping good people in the military is the job of counselors and retention officers throughout the division. But Master Sergeant Dave Larson shows us how the recruiting command's latest gimmick is taking hold with the force in Baghdad.
Army. Hey, that little ditty brought me into the fold back in 1979. Yeah, I'm old. Still, the be-all-you-can-be theme lasted more than 2 decades until it was preempted by the Army of One. After only a couple of years, the Army unveiled a new promotional campaign to bring in the Army's finest. Drum roll, please. Army Strong. The Recruiting Command's new thing was unveiled in mid-October's AUSA convention in Washington, D.C., while most of us were out of the loop flowing through Kuwait, heading here from the States. We caught up with some troops and got their take on the latest Army recruiting initiative. Here's what they had to say.
Actually, that's the first time I've heard of that, Army Strong. I don't know, man. Army of One sounds better to me.
With the way the structure is with today's Army, even though there are a lot of soldiers that are getting out, we're losing a lot of soldiers, a lot of manpower, I still feel that we're a very strong force.
What? It's crazy, man. Army of One sounded better.
So the reactions to the new Army theme are a little mixed from our folks here in Iraq, but my sources in the division's retention office say they'll be unveiling a wrinkle of their own. Army Strong. Cav Tough. At Camp Liberty, Iraq, I'm Master Sergeant Dave Larson, 1st Cavalry Division.
Now it's time to pull the trigger. The fiberglass horse that's lived in a crate for the last few months, Trigger's been pulled out of the box, he's taken a fresh breath, and he's ready to man his post at the Multinational Division headquarters.
He represents all of the soldiers, past and present, especially those who have died and given their lives for the cause of freedom, for whether it was our country or any other country. He's just like the division colors. If the division colors are not represented or not there, then Trigger's there.
Trigger's been true to the Cavs since 1989 and is currently serving an indefinite enlistment. That-a-boy, Trigger. Way to be Army Strong. That's the news from around the Cav. I'm PFC Ashley Torres. Back to you, Sergeant Granger.
Thanks, PFC Torres. People are used to hearing how hot it is here in Iraq, but it can get downright chilly here as well. Recently, the nightly temperatures have been in the low 50s. While that might not seem so cold where you are, it's pretty nippy to soldiers who are used to triple-digit weather. Specialist Charlie Mabe found a group of medics huddled together outside in the middle of the night. What could possibly have led to this?
The Ohio State Buckeyes!
Man, Ohio State fans are diehard. The only way they were going to see their beloved #1 ranked Buckeyes play #2 ranked Michigan live was to be up at 3 p.m. Central. Now that's 11 p.m. Baghdad time. Expectations were high.
Buckeyes, baby!
We're the best team in the land. That devotion caught the ear of TV stations back home, who carried footage of them watching the game live.
Come on, TV! Hi, Ma! Hi, Dad!
But Ohio State fans weren't the only ones to turn out for the big game.
I think Michigan's going to win the game because they can't stop Michigan's passing game.
Yeah, it was tough for a Michigan fan to get any love out here, but in the end, it really wasn't who won or lost the game that counted. It was the camaraderie and rivalry that transported them home, if just for a little while. And that the Buckeyes won. From Baghdad, Iraq, I'm Specialist Charlie Mabe, 1st Cavalry Division.
Well, that's it for Cav Country this week. Tune in again next time when we'll show you how 1st Team soldiers celebrated Turkey Day around Baghdad. And remember, for daily updates on the Cav, go to www.cavcountry.net and click on the Daily Charge button to the left of the screen. I'm Army Sergeant Jesse Granger. Thanks for watching.